So today we're talking about issue 4 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Return, the final issue. Now, every other video I've covered on this, I started it off with picking up the comic at my local Forbidden Planet, but unfortunately this time round, couldn't do that. Apparently it's not out until tomorrow, even though the release is today. So, I've ordered it and it's coming, but I've read it online for now. Now this is the final instalment or at least as it seems, the final instalment, and we'll get to that, of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Return, the story by Matt Hodson and Amy Jo Johnson for the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. Now, just a recap of the last 3 issues. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers have been going on for 8 years. There's been no like Zeo Crystal, no like passing on of the powers, 8 years. And then they try to defeat Lord Zed and Rita. They're the only bad guys they're fighting. And they managed to do that, but unfortunately it comes with the loss of Tommy Oliver. Now we flash 30 years into the future, or 22 years into the future technically, and they're living their normal lives. Zach has admitted to everybody that he's a Power Ranger and he's got fame from it. Billy is a scientist slash, he does like a telecoms business. Jason is just gone rogue. He's still being a Power Ranger, but he's out there just doing his own like solo Mandalorian missions. And Kimberly is living in Canada, and she's a mother, but she never told anyone she was a mother. And Trini, unfortunately, has passed away, but she was mayor of Angel Grove, which is quite cool. So the story goes on. We meet somebody called Selena, who seems to be Trini's cousin. We actually find out their name is Selena Repulsa. They are the daughter of Lord Zed and Rita, and Tommy saved Selena many years ago, just before he died. Flash forward a bit more. They're all captured by Finster and Selena, and they're all trapped, all the Rangers. That's when Olivia Hart, who is like the main core character of this whole story, turns into the Green Ranger, gets her father's morpher, becomes the Green Ranger, goes to fight. Here we are on this issue. So the issue starts off with Olivia getting the morpher and traveling to the moon basically to save her mother and her friends. There's a bit of a fight that breaks out. Basically, Selena's goal is to get all the power coins, which she has got, in order to resurrect her mother from the morphing grid, because she knows that her mother's in the morphing grid. Now, there's one more coin she needs, and it's Olivia's, and she gets that coin, unfortunately, and she puts it in the machine. Now, this was my theory from the last video. I think, and I've got goosebumps thinking about it, I think that Rita is obviously alive. She saw the efforts that Tommy went through to save her daughter, and Rita Repulsa didn't send herself to the morphing grid. Instead, used her magic to trap Tommy's essence in the morphing grid, so that when, I imagine next issue there'll be a part where Selena does get the other power coin, they're all defeated, gonna put it in the machine and bring somebody back. But that person isn't gonna be Rita Repulsa, but I think it's gonna be Tommy. I could be wrong, however, I don't know. And sure enough, not having aged a day from the moment he was trapped in the morphing grid, Tommy Oliver returns. Don't know what this sort of means. The fact that Kimberly's going to be like 50 and Tommy's going to be like, what, 20? I don't know what that means for the future of this universe, but that happened. He has no idea that this amount of time has passed. Everybody can't get over the fact that he's alive. His daughter, who last time he knew was just in Kimberly's belly, is now like 18 or 22 at least, yeah, 22. The Rangers get their morphers back and they're like, right, it's time to fight. But Selena still has Trini's morpher. And this is the plot twist that I didn't expect, because I knew we were going to get Olivia Hart as a female Green Ranger, and I had the suspicion, obviously, that Tommy was coming back. What I didn't suspect was Selena to use Trini's morpher, and I'm just looking at the photo, I'll pop it up on screen. She just becomes this evil Yellow Ranger, and I think it looks sick. I know we've had variations of Evil Rangers in the past, but I really like this design with sort of Dino Thunder-esque spikes coming around the side. Crazy, because obviously Selena Repulsa doesn't actually have any relationship to Trini. It's just the other power coin that's left. And then she pretended to be Trini's cousin as well. Finster becomes this mega putty monster and is looking nuts, but the Rangers, of course, end up defeating him. They've all got their powers together, they pull out their weapons, they're good. And then, which also digs into my theory that I had in the last video, we get the explanation as to how Tommy is alive, and it's basically that because Tommy saved Rita's daughter when she was a baby, Rita saved Tommy by trapping him in the morphing grid. And that's basically where we are now. Some really good art pieces, looks incredible, some really good, they really was able to set out the emotion within the dialogue with just the art pieces, let alone what we're actually reading. And then Selena Repulsa teleports away. And you're like, this is Nova Power Rangers. And you're like, all right, well, I thought this was the last issue. I wonder if something else will come up. But anyway, They obviously have a bit of a reunion, and they're like, Tommy, so much has happened, we understand how weird this probably is, let's fill you in. And obviously they start filling Tommy in. He finds out that Trini passed away, and she was the mayor. We get some nice little art of them in the youth centre from when they were, well, from back in the day, which is quite cool. And something I genuinely was really surprised by, and I thought was really sick, is this little cameo art piece of the Zoo Rangers. They're clearly going through Angel Grove and they're looking at its history, and there seems to be some sort of Japanese, like, either exchange or like Japanese competitors come in to fight in a karate tournament. And it's the Zoo Rangers. It's Geki, it's Mei, it's Boy, it's, well, see if I can get all these names. Geki, Goshi, Dan, Boy, and Mei. I think. No Brai, but obviously Brai does die in Zoo Rangers, so I don't know if that's a reason why, but no Brai. But anyway, they end up talking with Tommy again, and they kind of just say, you know, the Power Rangers disbanded because we thought we didn't need the Power Rangers. And then Kimberly's like, turns out the Power Rangers just don't need me. And she passes off her pterodactyl morpher officially to Olivia Hart. And Tommy, who is borderline going to be roughly the same age as his own daughter now, they kind of say, you know, Zordon's been gone for a while now. We've all lost touch with like that time. But Tommy has come straight from that time. He's fresh. So they kind of say, and there's this really cool line by Jason, which I feel like is, you know, alluding into the season 2 episode that we got, of just, I'd happily still be a Power Ranger if you can lead us, because he is still fresh with all of Zordon's morals. Like, nothing bad happened. Like, obviously everybody else scattered off. Jason became like a vigilante. And they say, Tommy, if you lead the team, we'll be Power Rangers again. And that, I think, is really cool. And obviously it's a lovely tribute to Jason David Frank as well. And of course, Tommy agrees. But then they say, we just need a command center. And we cut to a shot of the destroyed command center. And Selena Repulsa has teleported in. And she's grieving her mother. And then all of a sudden, a figure shows up saying, who are you? And then we cut to the next page where they say, and what have you done with Zordon? And it's what looks like a female build White Ranger with to be continued ... question mark. My theory, because remember what I said at the start of the episode, seemingly the final issue. There's no more MMPR return coming after this, but if we get any sort of like expansion of this world, I'd love to see it. Here's my theory. This is obviously a Ranger that knows Zordon and is like, where is he? Zordon, we know, was destroyed all the way like before the Rangers got older. Like, he was during the big fight. Could this White Ranger be Trini? Just like, it's obviously not Olivia Hart. She would know about Zordon, and she's just been given the Pink Ranger power coin. It's obviously not Tommy. He's just come back and he's just been given the Green Ranger power coin. Even though Trini did die many years later, what are the odds when she died, she was in the grid and she got brought back by the white light? And this is meant to be Trini. Because she is also, we've got the scene built up with her talking to Selena Repulsa as the Yellow Ranger. An evil Yellow Ranger, but a Yellow Ranger nonetheless. I don't know who else this White Ranger could possibly be, but I thought that was really cool, and I really didn't expect them to leave us on another little cliffhanger, and I hope we get to see another expansion on this world, not only because I've been enjoying the story, but also because I want to know that there's still a future for Power Rangers past this. And that is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Return, the fourth and final issue. I'm speechless. Was it a short story? Yes, it was. Was it sort of, you know, it wasn't really a fully fleshed out story. It was absolutely just, this is the 30th anniversary, let's write a cute little piece that has heart to it and has emotion and just, you know, makes us feel good about what Power Rangers are, and that's what this is, and I loved it. As I said, this is the first comic book run that I've properly followed. I have the other issues up there. This one holds a special place in my heart. It's like, it is the first comic run that I followed from Power Rangers, like start to finish, and I know it's a shorter one, that's why I know it was easier to do. The art, of course, like I say every single time, is beautiful. I love the shot when all the Rangers morph again for the first time when they're all back. The story, of course, is very much in like a sort of like a box. Like, they've gone, this is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, this is the same Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but the storytelling has like, has room to breathe, and it does, and it's, oh. And again, I really like this evil Yellow Ranger suit, and I hope that we get to see more of it in some form. I hope that we get to see who this new White Ranger is. I want more. I want more from this world. Have you guys read it? Have you guys read the whole series? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If so, Amy Jo Johnson, Matt Hodson, thank you so much for this run. It has been an absolute pleasure to be able to review it and to go through it and to get the support from you guys as well online. Thanks again so much for watching. Stay tuned for any other videos that I have coming soon, Power Ranger related or Super Sentai related. The Jew Ranger reference in this blew my mind. And yeah, I'll see you very soon.